Have you ever tasted a dish that instantly became part of your life? For me, that dish is papa a la Huancaína, one of Peru's most iconic comfort foods. At first glance, it doesn't look like much, but just sliced potatoes covered in a creamy yellow sauce. But that sauce is something special. It's made with Aji Amarillo Peppers, Queso Fresco, crackers, and a few simple ingredients. It's rich, creamy, slightly spicy, and unlike anything else I've ever tasted. I didn't discover it in a restaurant or while traveling through Peru. I discovered it because of two wonderful neighbors, Moses and Elvita. For almost 25 years, our families lived next door to each other in Virginia. They welcomed us into their culture, and Elvita began to introduce me to incredible Peruvian recipes. And this simple potato dish quickly became one of my favorites. Today, I'm sharing that version that she taught me to make. And while papa a la huancaína is often served as an appetizer or side dish in Peru, I think it's at its absolute best alongside Peruvian chicken. In fact, if you've already watched my Peruvian chicken and aji verde videos, this is a side dish that completes that meal. So let's head into the kitchen. I'll show you how to make one of my favorite recipes and one that's meant a lot to me for more than 2 decades.
So I'm going to butcher this, but today we're making papa a la huancaína. I know I say that wrong every time. I first had this probably 27 years ago. We had neighbors in Virginia. They were our neighbors for over 20 years. We're from Peru, and she did a great job of keeping me full at times. This papa a la huancaína was on the first plate. I had no idea what it was, and I fell in love with it. This sauce is so good. This goes great with Peruvian chicken. It goes great with turkey. We had it, and ham. Especially with ham. We had it for Christmas dinner. So let's get into it. We're going to start prepping the pieces for it. So first it's 1 clove of garlic. Let's press this in here. Now, this is not traditional, but my neighbor adds habanero peppers. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I think she adds 3. I'm just going to add 2 for now. We're going to split these and take out the seeds. Aji Amarillo pepper is a yellow pepper, a little bit larger than a jalapeno, but they're extremely hard to get in the United States. I have not been able to find fresh Amarillo peppers, but they do make a paste, and you can order that paste on Amazon. So there'll be a link in the video where you can order this, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. Okay, so we got our habaneros prepped. We're going to just dump those in there. It also calls for 8 ounces of Queso Fresco. This is a 10-ounce package from H-E-B, so I'm just going to eyeball it and try to cut 2 ounces out of it. Okay. What do you think? Does it look like 8 ounces? Break this up a little bit. Next is a 1/2 cup of evaporated milk. Now, this is going to be to taste because the consistency is controlled with crackers or evaporated milk. If it's too thick, you add more evaporated milk. If it's too thin, you add more crackers. So there's a 1/2 cup going in. We need some oil in there. 2 tablespoons. And today I'm going to use avocado oil. You can use any kind. I mean, the recipe that I'm using calls for vegetable oil, but I'm a fan of this avocado. And this is what we use in our Peruvian chicken. Now it's going to take 4 to 5 tablespoons, it says, of this aji amarillo sauce. So I don't know if you can see that, the consistency, what this looks like. The paste itself it's got a little tartness to it. Okay, this one's pretty good. This one's got some bite to it. Ooh, I took too big a bite. So normally, the sauce itself is not too spicy. By itself, though, it's got a good little bite to it. So we're going to add 4 to 5 tablespoons of this. I'm going to go with the full 5 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. A little bit of salt. We're going to add about a half a teaspoon of kosher salt. About that much. Probably a little bit more, but it's okay. And then 8 to 10 crackers. Now, again, this is to taste. My neighbor put in, I think, a whole sleeve. So we're going to put more than 8 to 10 in here. I'm going to put probably a third of this sleeve. Let's see how that works out. Probably might need to add some more milk to it. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way and start to mix it.
So while that's mixing, let's talk about where this dish came from. So while the exact origins of this dish are still debated, the most widely accepted story takes us back to Peru in the late 1800s. At the time, workers were building the Central Railway between Lima and the city of Huancayo, high in the Andes Mountains. According to tradition, local women prepared meals for the railroad workers, serving boiled potatoes covered with a creamy sauce made from the Aji Amarillo Peppers, with fresh cheese, milk, oil, and bread or crackers to thicken it. The dish became known as papa a la Huancaína, which translates to potatoes in the style of Huancayo. Whether it was actually created there in Huancayo or simply became famous along the railway between there and Lima, the name stuck, and over time it became one of Peru's best-known dishes. Either way, I'm just happy we have it here in 2026.
So let me take this out. That's good. Wow, that's perfect. Like any sauce, the longer it sits, the better it's going to taste. So this always works well if you put it in the fridge for a few hours. We're going to leave it overnight, and tomorrow we'll come back and I'll show you the actual dish, how we put it all together, and go from there. That's really fantastic. It's, as I mentioned, it's hard to describe. You got a little bit of the saltine texture. You can tell that there's crackers in it. It's very creamy. And you notice I put a lot more of the. I probably put 2/3 of this can of evaporated milk in there. So we'll put this in the fridge, and then we'll be back and show you how to put it all together, just like that. Okay, well, let's plate up our papa a la Huancaína. Okay, so traditionally, it sits on a bed of lettuce. I've got some lettuce here I've rinsed, and this dish is normally meant as a side dish, though from what I understand in recent years, it's become more of an appetizer in the Peruvian diet. So I'm going to make an individual dish and then plate up some chicken here with it too. We'll just lay down a little bit of lettuce here. Lettuce, it reminds me of when my mother used to make me like pear or peach and cottage cheese salad. She'd always put a piece of lettuce down there, and she always expected me to eat it. It's just, it's garnish. So next comes the potatoes that we boiled. So basically, when they're done boiling, you let them cool a bit, and then you peel them, and then you slice them. And I've got them sliced, about that thick. And then you just lay them on top of the lettuce. Arrange them how you like. Good amount. Like so. And then some for the plate. This is going to be my lunch, so I'm going to add a bunch here. Don't making it too pretty either. There we go. We let the sauce sit in the fridge overnight, and what happens is it becomes a little thicker than it was last night. So you could add more evaporated milk to it if you want to, or just stir it good. But you're basically going to take this and just pour it liberally right over the potatoes. Don't be shy. Just like that. And then for me, there we go. Okay, so next is hard-boiled eggs. Now, I cooked these last night. You can put them on like half like this, or you can slice them a little thinner. Kind of lay them out that way and fan them across. I'm making a mess, but on over here I'm just going to put 2 halves. And again, this is traditional Peruvian, how they do it. Finally, some Kalamata olives. Now, I have no idea where this came from, but I just know that it works. I'm a big olive fan, so. Yeah, you may be tempted to salt your eggs, salt your potatoes, after they're cooked, but I would suggest you hold off until you taste it because there's a lot of salty stuff in here, like the olives. Okay, so there is the dish. That, I think, hopefully my friends in Virginia are proud of me for this. And on my plate, I'm going to add a couple of chicken thighs along with our Peruvian aji verde sauce. Okay, well, more sauce is better than none. So this to me looks like a pretty good looking meal. This would go on a table, it would be shared. But here, let's see, I'm going to try this real quick. Get me a little potato, an egg, and lettuce all in one bite. Okay, big bite. Wow. It all just blends well. And it's for a summer day, it's very refreshing. The sauce, it's got a little heat to it, but it's nothing that's overpowering. It's just you feel a little bit on your tongue. Very creamy. I think it's best cold. As I mentioned, this dish goes well with like ham because I like to dip my ham in the sauce. Also, I found out it's good with eggs. So if you make like a plain egg omelet, pour a little bit of this on top. Don't go crazy on the eggs, but add some of this to an egg omelet. It's awesome. Hopefully you guys like this. Give it a try. You need to get on Amazon and order the Aji Amarillo Paste. It's delivered in a couple days, so it's not a big prep. You can see it's pretty easy to make once you have the ingredients, and it's really good. So give it a shot. Try to go international. Try some Peruvian cuisine, and try the Aji verde sauce too. It's good. But anyway, that's it for this dish. Thank you for watching this far. Please consider liking and subscribing the video. Love comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've had anything like this or plan on making something like this. But other than that, you guys continue to pep up your backyard, and we'll see you on the next one.